So, with the release of MMA Legends, it is time for me to put you guys on the right track. Hello, my name is ForgottenXZ, or Forgotten for short. Today I'll be showing you guys the top 3 styles in MMA Legends. So, now you might be wondering, how can you know what styles are the best when the game has just dropped? Well, it's because I'm a part of the balance team, and I was basically testing every single style for a while in the game now. And yeah, I can give you guys some pretty good suggestions, I guess. Alright, so let's get into it. Oh, and yeah, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100k by the end of 2025, and join my Discord server, link in the comments down below. Let's go. On the third spot, we have, for the best style in MMA Legends, we have Muay Thai. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Muay Thai is the third best style in the game, in my opinion. Of course, this is all my opinion, but I'm just going off of reasoning that I will explain shortly. So yeah, it's a fast style with very good guard break, and honestly, I'd say that's one of the best things about it. M2s are kind of slow though, so it's kind of easy to react to it unless you time it right. But you know, other than that, the movements are really good. The dashes are really good, as well as the damage is high, actually very high even. But the best part, in my opinion, about Muay Thai is the abilities. It's an instant guard break flying knee. So basically, it's a flying knee that if your opponent is blocking, it's instantly gonna hit through their guard. It's gonna lower their guard, and it does a ton of damage, and allows you to follow up with an ultimate or an M2 or whatever you want. And yeah, here's some footage of me fighting with that style. So, pros of Muay Thai are good damage, high guard break, and amazing ability. I mean, really amazing ability even. And the cons of Muay Thai would be, well, the predictable M2, which is kind of slow. As I said, you kind of have to really time it if you intend to hit it right, but it's easy to counter with it. And as well as the average speed, so it can kind of get outdone with some styles if you're like starting off with M1s only. But yeah, other than that, it's a great style, absolutely amazing style, very high damaging, very good guard break, everything very top notch, except for the speed, which is kind of average. So that about sums up Muay Thai. Let's go on to the next one. So in the second spot, we have Dizzy Fist. So Dizzy Fist is basically drunken boxer. Basically, if you gave a pro boxer a bottle of whiskey and forced him to consume it and made him fight, which if you think about it, is a very interesting thing, because that is basically the main gimmick of the style. Unpredictable movements, as well as your M2s being a literal cartwheel. So your M1 damage is slightly below average, but it's not that bad. But your style is really fast and unpredictable. Your M1s are insanely fast, so it's pretty fair, I'd say. And yeah, your M2 damage is really good as well, especially if it's a counter. Like if you land it right, it's amazing. And it is so off-putting, and that makes it actually incredibly easy to land on your opponent, believe it or not. No one it's expected to do a literal cartwheel, and it's not that hard to time, so it is what it is. You also have good dashes that look very unpredictable, and your back dash is literally sway back, if you know what I mean. And yeah, here's some gameplay footage of the style. Alright, so let's get into the pros and cons of this style. So the pros of this style are it is very unpredictable, very fast, and it has very good dashes. Now the cons are slightly average damage and a weaker guard. I mean, obviously you're drunk, it's kind of hard to, you know, do those things. But other than that, it's an absolutely amazing, unique style, a lot of fun to use, very gimmicky, and yeah, I highly suggest it. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. In my opinion, the #1 style in this game, the best style in MMA Legends as of right now, it is none other than Grappler. A Grappler is basically a style based off of Baki from the anime or the manga, obviously, but it's basically a really high damaging style with a really high guard break and an ability called Roach Dash, which is basically a submission move, and it does a lot of damage if you actually manage to pull it off. So your speed is genuinely average. It's not that fast. The M2s are a really clean kick, easy to time. The M1s are very good as well, good to counter with, and your stamina is pretty decent. Now basically how the ability works is you lunge forward at your opponent, opponent and you grab them into a submission. And yeah, if you win the submission, it deals lots and lots of damage. I'm talking like 20% of their overall health. And yeah, you can also follow up with an ultimate right afterwards, so it is really, really good. And if they manage to escape it, well, you gain nothing, but you don't you don't get any punishment for it. What I really, really, really like about this style is the high damage though, because it just feels nice along with the high guard break. It is just straight up grappler, man. Baki style. And here is some footage of me actually using this style so you can see it for yourself. The pros of the style are obviously the high damage, the high guard break, and an amazing submission ability as we went over earlier. And the cons of the style are, well, average speed paired with an average guard and an average stamina, so it doesn't have any weaknesses really. The only thing is it has some average stuff about it, but everything else is really high, so I guess that makes it pretty fair. In my opinion, an absolutely goated style, and this is what I'm personally going to be maining. Well, that about sums it up for today's video. Remember to join the Discord server if you haven't already, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It would mean a lot. And yeah, let me know what you think is the best style in the comments down below, and tell me why. Thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye, chat.